Welcome back, everyone, to the demo carriage. And before we get started, I just want to apologise for my dad dancing on the stage there. Just can't help myself. But we have a super special treat for you now, as we welcome to the carriage none other than Young National Chef of the Year, Sam Dixon.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very good indeed. So what are you going to create for us today?
So today I've got some Norwegian cod.
Is it coming through?
With,
just 1 second.
Hello?
Stand by. Small technical issue. Do you want more dad dancing? Shall I? No, nobody wants that.
Hello? Yeah,
Hey,
there we are.
Right. Welcome, Sam Dixon. Yeah. Okay, so what are you going to create for us today?
So today I've got Norwegian cod with some mushrooms and some chicken sauce, as well as some crispy chicken skin.
And this is a recreation of the dish that won you the championship?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a while since I've cooked it, but there we are, we're going to try
No
it.
pressure. No, that's cool. So just tell the world a little bit about you. Where are you working now? What are you doing?
So I work at Northcote now with Lisa Allen.
Not a bad mentor.
No. Yeah, I work on the sauce section, so doing all the meat, the fish, and all the sauces alongside Henry at Northcote.
Right, got you. So talk us through, what are you doing at the moment?
So now I've just got some chicken skin that I'm just going to roast in the oven to make it nice and crispy.
Yep.
Just season that with a little bit of salt.
Lovely.
And a little bit of pepper.
Very good.
And just rub it with a touch of oil, just to help it crisp up a little bit more.
Yep. I notice you've got 2 trays there.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick them in between 2 trays. That way it'll stay nice and flat while it cooks. It'll just be a lot easier to present that way.
Yep, nice. So take us all the way back to the beginning. How did you get into the industry in the first place?
So I was front of house, just working weekends at a local pub called the Three Fishes. And I sort of slowly integrated into the kitchen there.
Yep.
Sort of by accident, really.
Ain't that always the way? So many people who've gone on to great things have just landed here by accident.
Yeah. So yeah, just integrated into the kitchen there, really.
Yeah.
And then decided one year I was going to do an apprenticeship at Northcote. And yeah, I've been there ever since, really, just cooking away.
Yeah. What have you just done here? What's going on in this bowl?
So I just poured the pickle over the Schmeedy mushrooms. So that's just white wine vinegar, sugar and water, just brought to the boil. And added over the mushrooms, it'll just create a nice acidity for it.
Nice.
And next I'm going to crisp up the bacon, ready for the sauce. So I've just got a little pan of veg oil on here. Just figure out how to get it nice and hot.
Good stuff. Alan is waiting in the wings, ready to
bail me out.
That's cool. So apprenticeship at Northcote.
Yeah.
What did you start there doing then? How did that kind of materialise into what you're doing now?
So the way they run it is you just go through all the sections, really. You start on the larder section, and then progress onto the garnish and then the sauce. So you really do get to see like the full range of things you can be doing. Obviously larder, cold dishes, cold starters and canapes, all that sort of stuff. Garnish, all the hot starters and purees, soups, that type of thing. But sauce is where all the exciting things are. So
Obviously. Yeah, but I suppose it's important to go through all of these sections so that you can kind of find your feet.
Yeah.
Learn about all of the things. I mean, one assumes that your ambition is to become a head chef and beyond at that point, so you've kind of got to know everything there is to know.
Yeah, you've got to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, you learn a lot about a lot of different products because we change the menu quite often with the season. So it's quite good to see throughout the year how it evolves and changes. throughout each section,
Yeah.
which is good fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so back to the dish. You're currently cooking off the bacon.
So I'm just crisping up my bacon slightly, so it has that nice texture through the sauce. And now I'm just going to get the mushroom puree into a pan.
It's very exciting. Here's
Start
one you made
warming that
earlier.
through. Yeah.
It's the second time I've
Two
had to say
noisy top
actually.
blenders up here, I think.
Yeah, so what, is this a sauce that you created yourself?
It's just a basic chicken jus, really. Just roasted chicken bones, white wine, shallots, and chicken stock, just reduced down.
Yep.
Lots of aromats to give it some flavour. Dead simple. Nothing too complicated there.
Well, I mean, a lot to be said for a simple sauce.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, Young National Chef of the Year winner.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Was that something that you willingly said, I really want to go for this, or did somebody have to push you through the door?
Well, Lisa put me in for it as her sort of wild card. She came up to me and said, "You're either going to hug me or not hug me."
So she did it without you knowing?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
As her wild card. She put me in there. Obviously, I said yes. So.
Well, you can't really say no to Lisa, can you?
No.
Indeed. Well, I mean, obviously, that speaks volumes, though, I suppose, in what she sees in you from potential. But nevertheless, I suppose, was there a moment when you realised, oh my God, this is a real thing now, I'm going to have to kind of really knuckle down and figure it all out?
When the finalists were announced, that was when it was time to knuckle down a bit.
Right.
Get some more practice done.
Yeah, describe the process then in terms of what does it actually involve? Like for anybody out there who's listening who maybe wants to give it a go themselves or put somebody forward for it, what's involved for you?
So you've got to come up with a dish with 3 dishes, produce 2 of each dish on the day.
Is this in the finals itself?
Yeah, the final. And then, sorry, 1 second.
Right.
On the final, you've got 3 hours to do 2 of each dish.
Right.
It's just all about hitting the brief, really, seeing what they want from you and seeing how you can produce that in 2 hours.
Right. And what was your specific brief that you had to satisfy?
So the start was Norwegian cod, which is this dish.
Right.
Main course of duck, and then a dessert of Manchester tart.
And beyond that, you have creative license to kind of do what you wish.
Yeah, to go freely, pretty much, on what you want to do.
Yep.
Which is good. It means you can really see what you can do and see if you've got anything worth mentioning.
Yeah, absolutely. So just describe what you've got. A little kind of sausage of fish here. Can't even say that. How have you prepared that?
So this is just a loin of cod, the Norwegian cod. And all we've done with that is taken it off the fish, skinned it, and taken the top loin, just a nice thick piece of cod like that, and just salted that, 20% of Maldon salt for 20 minutes, and then just washed it off and rolled it really nice and tight, just to get that lovely shape. And then what I'm going to do is just portion that and drop it into a nice warm bath of fish stock, butter and lemon, and just poach it through the oven.
Lovely.
Nice
I'd imagine it wouldn't need much cooking, I would imagine, in terms of time.
Say that again, sorry.
It wouldn't need much cooking, I would imagine, time-wise.
No. Say 10 minutes maybe in this.
Right.
See what it's performing.
We'll see. Yeah. So back to the competition. Describe the pressure, or is there pressure? Do you feel the pressure when you're doing something like that? Or are you kind of in your element and you just kind of just get on and trust that you know what you're doing?
You practice it that many times that you can sort of know where you're up to. Obviously, you write out your time plans and stuff like that. But then it comes down to being there on the day. It does get a bit nerve-wracking.
I suppose strange kitchen as well. I suppose you never truly know whether everything's going to operate, much like this kitchen.
Yeah.
So the skin's been in?
Skin's been in.
Yeah.
It's come out there. I'm just going to pop it back in a minute, just to get a final nice crisp up on there. Thank you.
Very good. I think Alan's sorted that. Yeah, so you were up against, sorry, how many people?
So there was 9 people on the final on the day.
And you're a demi-chef de partie, or certainly you were then. I don't know if you still are.
Yes, I am, yeah.
You are, yeah.
So yeah, pretty much straight from work, straight down to London. Obviously with everything already prepared as much as we can. And then obviously the day before you bring all your equipment, you put it all in the storage, and the next day you come and cook your little heart out.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. But I think what I loved about the story here, and this is, I suppose, the joy of the competition, is that, you know, you're a demi-chef de partie. I mean, you know, I suppose at the beginning of your career, really, but yet you've still obviously had the opportunity to work through all of these areas.
Yeah.
But you're coming up against, you know, junior sous chefs, people who are, I suppose, in principle, way more experienced.
Yeah.
But then, you know, again, that's the joy of the competition, is that on the day, anybody can give it a good old go, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, I think I had an advantage almost because I was obviously fresh from Northcote cooking. Thank you.
Yeah, you were the unknown quantity as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't really a lag between cooking at Northcote, cooking at the competition, so it was obviously a lot of the things I know quite well from cooking for so many years at Northcote.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose having somebody like Lisa from a mentoring perspective, I mean, what's the importance of mentorship through things like this? Because competitions take you outside your comfort zone, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, she was always there being supportive. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, that's fine. Is it easier if we talk about what you're doing?
So yeah, I'm just bringing this mushroom puree back, makes it nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Now we've got it nice and hot.
Good stuff.
Thank you. Yeah. So now that's ready.
Yeah, mentorship.
So mentorship, sorry. Lisa's always been very good at that. She's always been very supportive of everyone.
There's got to be a line, I guess, between pushing you to, you know, I suppose, to take yourself outside your comfort zone and things, but kind of be that arm around you at the same time. It's a hell of a balance to get it right.
Yeah, she has always hit the nail on the head, really, I think. She's always been extremely supportive of everyone, which is really good because she says she'd walk over hot coals for anyone, and she really would.
That sounds like a challenge for next year's Chef HQ, to be honest. So what's going in now?
So now I'm just putting the stock in.
Yep.
I'm just going to warm that through slightly.
And just remind us what's in that. You've got a half a lemon in there.
So yeah, just a little touch of butter, half a lemon, and just fish stock.
Right.
So that's all ready to go.
Good stuff. So competition day, you've done the dishes. Then is there this moment whereby you've just got to wait, basically?
Yes. So the waiting comes as soon as you finish, really, and you clean down and you walk outside. You get your little feedback.
Yeah, you have 4 pints.
A bit more than 4. No, I'm joking.
Oh, of course, you're from the north. I forgot that. Yes, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then you get to the hippodrome. Obviously, everyone's talking, speculation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't expect to win it. It was quite a shock, really, when it happened.
Really? So even though, did you feel like you had done the best that you could do? Did you feel like you left something?
Yeah, I was happy with what I did.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to stay as focused as I could. But yeah, I was happy with what I did. Lisa didn't give me anything away.
Of course.
Talking afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a shock. But it was a good shock.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. And of course, well, talk us through I mean, other than the amazing recognition that you get throughout the industry in terms of, you are the Young National Chef of the Year. What are the other prizes that you get for winning that competition?
So I've just got back from Norway the other week. Went out there for a week.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second, because I'm really, really interested to learn about this.
So yeah, been out to Norway. Got some culinary development money.
That's very vague.
Yeah, bought a few new knives. Planning a few trips out to do some stages.
You got anywhere in mind?
I want to go down to Gareth Ward for a week. I'm looking to go out to Portugal as well.
Right.
In the summer maybe, if I can find the time. And then a couple more trips to France with Sodial. And yeah, just a lot more than I thought there was. Yeah, really.
No, that's great. This is why I think recognition in I mean, Tom Brown was on earlier on talking about how a tough period we find ourselves in.
Yeah.
I think one of the ways that we fight back is just, we give each other a lift, and really recognise when people are doing great work and shout about it. Because why not? Nobody else is going to shout about it, right? Yeah. So we need to take control of that. Come on, yeah. But, right, just we'll back to the dish. What are you doing at the moment?
So now I've just got some hen of the woods mushrooms in here, just colouring them off. Season them just in a little bit of salt. And that's just going to cook away slowly there. Just to draw some of the moisture out before I then baste it with just a touch more butter there. And now I'm just going to...
Yeah, this is actually the most torturous position to stand in the whole of the show, I think, because the smells that come up are amazing. Even just the hen of the woods cooking there, it's delightful. So this is you're putting the fish into the cooking, poaching liquor, basically?
Yes.
And how long will that go in for, roughly?
So that'll take about 6 or 7 minutes, I think.
Okay, got you. If Alan's done his job. Yeah. Right, yes. So I want to talk about Norway.
Yes.
Because obviously one of the sponsors of the competition, the headline sponsor of the competition, is Norwegian Seafood.
Yeah.
And they send you on this, I mean, it is a no money can buy kind of trip, right?
Yes.
Talk us through the experience.
So we arrived on the Tuesday night. Amazing hotel. And then we sit down and have a nice meal, get to know everyone that's there. And then we went for a little walk, tried to see the Northern Lights, but we didn't see the Northern Lights.
Oh, they never come out when they're supposed to, do they?
No. But it was good. And then the next day we woke up, went out on the fishing boats. Didn't catch any fish though, unfortunately.
I can relate to that, to be honest. I think I've been fishing 10 times, never caught a thing.
Yeah.
Even in a place where it's, you
harder
can't...
than it looks, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's my excuse as well, for sure.
And then we got back to shore, did a bit of fish mongering, like taking the fillets off the fish. And then the hotel cooks us an amazing meal using the fish that we caught.
Yeah. We caught. Yeah.
And from there we went out on another boat, on like a speedboat from one town to the next town. All our stuff got carried over, and we went for an amazing meal at the Lofoten Food Studio. And that was amazing. The experience there was absolutely unreal. The food was amazing. Yeah. The atmosphere was amazing.
I'd imagine all this is quite inspirational, really.
Yeah, it was.
Especially as a chef, when you get to kind of also see where your ingredients are coming from firsthand, other than, somebody else has caught it for you, of course.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So now I'm just going to baste this in a little bit of butter.
Yeah.
Get that nice and foaming.
How are you doing on time, chef? You all good? On track? Good.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't get shouted at by Rosa.
She doesn't shout with her voice. She uses sign language. So the experience in Norway, anything else to add into that in terms of lovely meals out, amazing experiences out on the water itself. I'd imagine
Yeah.
it was probably quite bracing out on the water.
It was quite cold, yeah.
Yeah, because you just got back, right? You're not that long back.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Got to ask a quick question. Did you try Aquavit? It's like a
No.
Norwegian spirit.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think we did.
Congratulations. I did try it once.
I mean, he might have. He said he doesn't think so. So, could have knocked his head off. Right, yeah, so back to the dish. Where are we at? What's the latest state of play?
So now I've got the mushrooms ready, the chicken's ready. I'm just going to finish this sauce off. This fish is not too far away.
Yeah. How would you know in terms of do you have visual cues? What are you using to determine?
So I use my tweezers. If you can push through it all the way from the top to the bottom, it'll be cooked through.
Right.
But if you feel that resistance that it's not quite ready, it just needs a couple more minutes.
Yeah. Love the, like it's such a simple tool,
Yeah.
but you just, these little tricks that you
Nothing
learn.
too complicated.
No, but that's I think the great thing about when you're using produce like this, right, is that you've got to just let it do its thing.
Yeah.
You don't need to, I know you're a sauce guy, but
Yeah.
you don't need to do too much, right? You just let it sing.
Yeah, do its thing. So now I'm just going to make the sauce.
Yep.
Just got some of the crispy bacon there. Add some of the pickled mushrooms.
Yeah. So it's starting to smell. All of this is coming together beautifully. So what's next for you? What else do you do on the back of becoming young National Chef of the Year?
A lot of cooking at work.
Just back to the grindstone, really.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
No, but it's good. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're in one of the best places in the world, I think, to learn.
Yeah.
Renowned across the industry. I think that so many amazing chefs have come through
Yeah.
the kitchens there. So yeah, I suppose it's just more of the same, right? Keep learning.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep learning. See what opportunities come up, if any do,
Yeah.
and go from there.
When do you qualify for National Chef of the Year?
So I'm 23 now. It'll be 2 years.
Right.
So you might see me
Start planning it now, then, eh?
there. Hopefully.
No, that's good. It's good to hear that you like the competition hasn't broken you. That you want to do more of
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. Yeah.
Because it is. I suppose it's that stretching the comfort zone thing, right? And that's where all the great learning is on the back of that. And sometimes in the midst of it, it can feel a bit pressured, but when you look back, I'm sure you'll be delighted about that whole experience. Good? Happy?
Happy.
Are we at plating stage?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Check this fish and
Yeah. So the spring is in Northcote. New menus on the horizon, or
it
in
is
already?
on the horizon. Yeah, it's coming. We're planning it now.
And do you get the opportunity to offer some creative ideas into that process as well?
On the occasion, yeah, we'll sit down and have a few ideas. But she'll walk through the kitchen, ask everyone, see what we think, as well as what the seniors think, which is good, really. Gets us involved more.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just planning the next menu now, I believe.
Yeah. Good stuff. So you just basted that, I see.
So yeah, just pasted that in a little bit of the stock there, just to give it a nice shine.
Yeah.
First on the plate will be the puree.
Very good. And just remind us what's in this.
So this is just a basic mushroom puree, butter mushrooms, cream. Just put that on there like that.
Beautiful. And is this how you would have plated it in the competition? What you're doing now?
Yes, well, we had originally planned to do it as a what's it called? On the record player where they spin the plate around and a bottle of puree. But
All right. Yeah.
on the day, I couldn't get the the record player to work.
Right.
So
Back
I
to
had
a
to
quenelle.
improvise, and it ended up looking like this.
Well, I suppose that's half there, right there is, that's the industry in a nutshell, right?
Yeah,
It's not necessarily about the stuff that happens, it's about how you adapt.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Hen of the Woods are on the top. What, just remind us what was in the little concoction of...
So in the sauce, sorry,
Mushrooms.
that's just the chicken sauce, the crispy bacon, and some of the pickled sweeties.
Yeah.
So next on will be the fish.
God.
Just on there like that.
That looks thoroughly appetizing.
And then just a little bit of texture there from the chicken skin. And there you have it.
Remind us what the dish is.
So this is Norwegian cod, chicken skin, chicken sauce, and mushrooms.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Dixon, what a legend. And that was your first demo, right? Ever?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Total pro, total pro. I think we've probably got time. Is there any questions for Sam, if you're happy to do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Claire's got one.
When you went on your trip to Norway, did you do any kind of fish butchery or anything? Did you get
yeah.
a chance to do that?
Yeah, we did.
What was that like?
So it was good. Got to learn more about the process of it.
And who was guiding you through that? Were they some fishermen or?
Yeah, fishermen. Yeah.
Did you learn some tricks from them that you didn't know?
They do it very fast, honestly. A lot faster than I could do it, but yeah.
So did they have some super sharp knives with them then?
I think they did. I think they were cheating, yeah.
Any other questions for Sam? Or can you let him relax? Sam, you've been an absolute legend. Thank you so much
Thank you
for
very much.
sharing that with us, and wish you all the best in the next stage
Thank
of
you.
your career.
Thank you very much.
Top man.